Namaste. This is Maya Tawari with an episode for Women's Power to Heal Mother Earth. For us in the Vedic tradition and for all native traditions, meaning for the entire human population, this is a very special time. Coming up shortly is the annual time of the full moon of the corn, which comes before the full moon, that is the harvest moon, and the beginning of the autumnal equinox. This is the time when the Vedic tradition, like most native traditions, celebrated the time for the ancestors. Many of you know that I have been teaching and reviving this work, especially since the advent of 9/11, when many souls were traveling from Mother Earth to the celestial realms. Again, it is a reminder that we must reclaim our ancestral memory, make them alive, make them serve us, as well as remembering our ancestors. Now, many of us do not know our lineage, our ancestral lineage, either because we have moved from territory to territory or were adopted. Have no worries. The ancestors know who you are. This year, this auspicious period called Pitri Paksha, meaning the time for ancestors, fall on the upcoming full moon, which occurs on September 1st, 2020. 16 auspicious days follow when we may and should do these incredible simple practices that reunite us and connect us back to the grace of ancestors. I will speak a little bit later about the grace of our ancestors. Our cultures have been rift with the absence of our ancestral memory, our ancestral grace, our ancestral nourishment, and the ancestral knowing in general. Let us say that the ancestors are your greatest elders, meaning the wisdom carriers. And having access to their wisdom will support you in all that you do and all that you dream of. At this pivotal time of history, when Earth consciousness evolution is on an upsurge, our priority must be to foster awareness, which restores ancestral memory. As said earlier, I was in the prayer group one of the prayer groups that witnessed the difficult zone at the World Trade Center after 9/11, and held this incredible honoring of ancestor ritual at Integral Yoga Center on 13th Street. And from the windows facing south, we could see plumes and plumes of smoke that denigrated the sky, or should we say, blessed the sky with the spirits of souls that had perished there. We are now in 2020. It is August. And this has been a sobering and sombering year for all. To progress in our own human journey, we must heal the long ignored rift we have with the spirit world, with what we may call difficult and dark times, difficult and dark incidents, difficult and dark events. At this very moment in our time of vulnerability, I invite us all to connect to the powerful energy of our ancestors, indeed, to all ancestors of all families. Each one of us carries within us ancestral gifts, including the unhealed wounds and traumas that we ferry from generation to generation like an endless windstorm. Through our ancestral memory, we not only inherit the genetic patterns that have enormous power over our thoughts and what we manifest, over our health, disease, belief systems, desires, goals, and the sense of the positive and of the negative. You see, ancestral imprints impact our family lines, whether or not we know this. Many of us, as I've said before, have lost connection with our ancestral lineage through adoption or migration. In this instance, once you begin the process of simple offering and prayers for the unknown ancestors, you will begin to resonate with their vibratory field, and their palpable grace will begin to be known by you. We can offer gratitude and prayers at any time. We can use whatever it is that come to mind as a prayerful, as a grateful gesture to invite our ancestors into being present in our lives. Use whatever you can from your own culture. But I must say that the Vedic tradition, being an elder tradition in our world, has, through great difficulties and great onslaughts from various invading forces of India, had nonetheless preserved incredible, impeccable practices for us. Understand that the Vedic culture is about universal value, Sanatana Dharma, so it truly belongs to all of us because it transcends that which is called our personal cultures and traditions and societies. A long time ago, millennia, ages ago, the rishis, or what we know as Vedic seers, handed down incredible celestial wisdom and knowledge, tomes and tomes of it, for the benefit of humanity, not just for the benefit of Hinduism or the Vedic people or India, but for the benefit of all human beings who are looking to be awareful, to grow their awareness, to grow into consciousness, to glean the knowledge of our universe, ourselves, and nature as one. This is a path that the Vedic culture has served from the beginning of time. And I say this again, it has never just belonged to the Hindu people, although we have been the foremost safeguardians for it. Now, I will look to teach you a very simple Sanskrit mantra or prayer that you may use as you face south, which is the direction, the universal direction, where ancestors, more or less in quotes, reside. The energetic conduit or portal through which they come to us and through which they leave again. Rituals go back as far as we could remember in human history. Even before the human history, the forest still has its rituals. Animals still have theirs. The rain, the sky, the bountiful waterfalls all have their rhythm, and all of it is based in nature's rituals. the rituals that we humans do and emulate are also poised and emulated and taken from the rituals of nature. Nothing is separate from her. Life in harmony with nature is the ritual practice. And what we may manifest through Vedic intelligence and other ancient cultures, the intelligence of those cultures, our ancestors used to venerate and celebrate Mother Earth, to heal the land, the forest, the air, the water, the animals, to remember their ancestors so that they may remember that all of life is our ancestor. Our greatest ancestor is Mother Earth. Our eldest ancestors in form, in humanity's form, human form, are our ancestors. Today we face the issue of being ripped apart from our spirit world. We are facing enormous issues, events, destruction by fire, by water, by human hands, by wars, by poverty, by the lack of, by the excess of. And part of this can be attributed to the loss of our ancestral memories. These memories unconsciously affect our behavior and can prevent us from acting and living in integrity with whom we are, our true nature. Engaging these incredibly simple rituals, as I said, they can be anything that you're pulled to do just so the memory and the awareness is focused on ancestor. So the rites of passage here are not necessarily just what the Vedas teach you or just what Native American culture or the Aboriginal culture teach us. They can be something that just come straight to your intuition from Mother Nature herself that you decide to honor. That is how powerful our intention is, but more powerful than the intention is what lights intention, and getting back to the core of everything that I teach and the core of everything in these podcasts is about human awareness, your awareness. I promised to do a mantra for us, a simple one that my work in honoring ancestors have made very popular. A mantra that I dug out from the annals of our great Vedas many, many years ago, some 3 decades ago. And it is pronounced thusly: Om Namo Vaf Pitris Saumyaha Swaha. 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 The meaning of this Sanskrit mantra is, dear ancestors, my own dear ancestors, I offer you my obeisances. please accept this offering. Or, Om ancestors, I offer you my gratitude and regard. Kindly accept my offering. And we can end this with one more line. Do not be afraid to use Sanskrit mantras, just practice them so you get the pronunciation correctly. Om Sarva Pitras Swaha. Om Sarva Pitris Swaha. Om Sarva Pitras Swaha. It means it's the ending of the offering. I make this offering to all my ancestors. Peace. Swaha. Here is the offering. Swaha. And you can end that with Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. So let us do it all together, the entire mantra. Each part can stand on its own, meaning Om Namo Vavpitra Saumyaha Swaha, then Om Sarva Pitra Swaha, then Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi, which is peace, peace, peace be unto all, meaning our ancestors as well, our family, our community, Mother Nature, it all. Om Namo Vavpitra Saumyaha Swaha, Om Sarva Pitra Swaha, Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Om Namo Vavpitra Saumyaha Swaha, Om Sarva Pitra Swaha, Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Om Namo Vavpitra Saumyaha Swaha, Om Sarva Pitras Swaha, Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Om Namo Vavpitra Saumyaha Swaha, Om Sarva Pitra Swaha, Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Simple practices include food offerings to nourish our ancestors. We nourish ourselves. This ancestral and other ancestral mantras that help us to clean and clear wounds and traumas from ourselves, to let go of the genetic memory that do not serve us, and to hold on, to keep and to make alive and manifest those that do serve us. To use the ancestral mudra, a way of using a hand gesture to feed and nourish the ancestors, or simply to offer a prayer, or simply to offer kind words, an offering mudra. We heal ancestral wounds and negative habits. We can dive deeply into ancestral wisdom and walk with their support, all through very simple practices. Should you care to learn more about these simple practices, you may attend a live webinar that I'm doing this coming Sunday on the 30th of August to get us situated for September 1st through September 17th. And in those few hours, we learn more the deeper insights of how important it is for us to reclaim our ancestry, to reclaim ancestral memory, to cleanse and heal those wounds and traumas we've been carrying for endless generations, so we do not bequeath them to the next generation, and also to empower, to enlighten, to be more aware of the tremendous gifts that are positive that we carry from the ancestral, from the forebears, all of our forebears, the collective forebears, the individual forebears, so that we can fearlessly and dauntlessly go forward in our own stride as human beings with the purpose to nourish, nurture, and to heal. You will find more about this work on wiseearthschool.com. Peace be your journey. Thank you for listening.